We quit alcohol. Here's what happened. But before we begin, we just want to let you guys know that we just released our cookbook. It is over 200 pages, 100 plus recipes. It's in full color. You can either get the physical book or a PDF. We are super proud of this. So make sure you go over to www.buffdudes.us to pick up yours today. Now, onto the video. Yeah. In recent years, many different months have been devoted to abstaining from alcohol. Sober October, Dry January, and more. It's a practice that actually dates back to 1942, when Finland enacted Sober January as part of its war effort against the Soviet Union. Well, we're not going to be fighting a war, but we are going to be abstaining from alcohol for 30 days in order to see what difference it makes. The reasons for abstaining from alcohol can vary greatly from person to person, whether it be addiction, religious, or health reasons. But for us, two dudes who typically only drink on the weekend, we're going to be doing it for fitness purposes, to see how it affects our sleep, our energy, our skin, our weight, and our wallets. So we've got our 30-day calendars printed out, and it's time to go. I'll see you next weekend. Wish us luck.
Oh, man. Come on!
I remember my first protein shake.
Is that beer?
It's protein. Beer flavor. What? Introducing Buff Dudes Protein. Beer flavor. This ain't your dad's protein. This is daddy protein. With over 40 grams of protein per serving and 0 alcohol. Had a hard day at the gym? Grab yourself a Buff Dudes Protein beer flavor. Hell yeah. It is Sunday on weekend one. I've survived Friday and Saturday with no drinking, and it feels a little strange only because it's been so customary for so many years. Usually I'm working towards those days when I feel like, hey, I deserve a couple beers. I've worked all week long. This is kind of my reward. So that part of it feels a little strange for me. But one thing that I'm already very happy with is the unnecessary eating. I have a really big problem that as soon as I drink, I get really hungry. I've basically had it ever since that I've ever started drinking, in that I'll have a couple drinks, all of a sudden I get an insatiable urge to have the munchies, and usually it just doesn't stop. I can have a couple thousand extra calories. That can end up to be a really bad thing, and there's a few different reasons why. One of them being that our body uses the 3 macronutrients, carbohydrates, fat, and protein for energy. But we can also use ethanol, the type of alcohol found in alcoholic beverages, as an additional energy source. We process ethanol in the liver, and because it's so toxic to humans in high amounts, the liver prioritizes breaking down ethanol into byproducts that can be used or flushed out of the body. As that's happening, it actually starts to turn off or slow down the metabolism of other energy sources, especially fat. So when we drink alcohol, we get in the way of the liver converting fat into energy, and that fat gets stored in our cells instead. This effect is minor with moderate consumption of alcohol, like 1 beer, 1 glass of wine, or 1 ounce of heavier alcohol. But if you have more than 2 drinks in an hour, your blood alcohol content begins to creep up, and that's when you start to see a change in your metabolism happening. Compounding that is the fact that alcohol is an energy-dense nutrient. Each gram of alcohol contains 7 calories versus 4 calories per gram of proteins or carbohydrates. So a standard drink contains approximately 14 grams or 100 calories of alcohol, as well as additional calories from carbohydrates. So now that we have that quick explanation out of the way, you can see why my additional eating can be a really bad thing. Not only am I having multiple thousands of unnecessary calories, a lot of it is also being stored as energy or basically going right to my gut. So that's a really bad habit that took me years to break. I'd be really good during the week, and then on Friday and Saturday, I'd have a whole bunch of dense beers. Being from Oregon, it'd usually be IPAs with a lot of nuts or chips and salsa, things of that nature. And I was really surprised how much I could backslide over the course of just 3 days. So I'm already very happy that that's not taking place this weekend. I've got to say that's been the biggest benefit so far. And it's been a little tough because, like I said, it's been such a habit. It's a little hard not to kind of have that reward in a way at the end of the week. But I have survived weekend one, and now I'm going to go rolling into weekend two.
need to teach Daddy to eat in moderation. Yeah.
What am I doing? I look dead.
Worse, you're in kind of a purgatory. You've drank so much that your sleeping pattern is thrown off and now you're tossing and turning.
Well, how many did I drink?
15.
That's it?
Damn.
Now what am I doing?
Not much. You're hungover and you're wasting the entire next day.
God, I was supposed to work out, I was supposed to meal plan.
You didn't do any of that.
Wow.
The only thing you did do is spend 45 minutes on the toilet after those 17 chalupas you had last night.
Oh no, hungover shits?
Hungover shits.
Well, now what are we looking at?
Well, it's you looking at yourself in the mirror. This is after your night of drinking. You're red, you're dehydrated, you're bloated, you're sweaty, you really do not smell very good. Your hair looks a little...
Oh, okay, I got it. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so this is the effects of alcohol, huh?
Yeah, pretty much.
I'm really happy that I have a guardian angel like you watching out for me.
Anytime.
So do you see everything?
Yeah.
Like everything though? I mean...
I'm your guardian angel. I see everything you do.
Even last Tuesday?
Yeah, I saw that.
Sorry.
You should be, because that was fucking disgusting.
So we are at the end of week number 2. It is Sunday today, and I feel like I need to tell a little bit of a story to get my perspective on this whole alcohol thing. You know, when I was younger, I was in my early 20s, I was taking my training very seriously, and I decided to abstain from alcohol consumption for a few reasons. Number one, it was a choice because I wanted to make sure it wouldn't inhibit my training or performance, which I look back at that time and kind of realized that that was a big part of my success, is because I would have the willpower to be able to say no, which of course is very difficult when you're in your early 20s. You just reach that drinking age, it's legal, go out to the bars and everything. I was roommates with my brother and our cousin, and we had a bunch of friends. We do construction during the week. Everyone wanted to go out, have fun, party, drink like crazy, and I didn't. You know, I was the designated driver, so I was very popular still, because everyone wanted to use me as basically the Uber, because Uber didn't exist, which I was fine with. You know, I really enjoyed that, and it was funny being there with everyone else drinking and having fun. I really didn't feel like I was missing out, and I felt like I could even have more fun because, of course, the next day I felt awesome. I was ready to go work out. I was ready to do cardio. My meals are all on point, and my food and calories and everything, where everyone else drank all night. They spent a lot of money as well at the bar, which I didn't, because I was just having water. And then they went out to eat a bunch of Taco Bell, you know, afterward, which I didn't. So I saw the benefits of not drinking, which I really appreciate at a younger age, and also building that willpower, because as you think, willpower is definitely much like a muscle. If you don't practice, if you don't do it that much, it's gonna be hard to use, you know, it's gonna be hard to contract. So that was an amazing teaching tool when I was younger. Now, of course, that I'm a little bit older, you know, you get into a habit, you know, you start drinking a little bit more on the weekends, but also maybe a little bit during the week too, because much like junk food that you can keep in your cupboards or your fridge, alcohol's the same way. I'll have beers in my fridge or maybe some hard alcohol in my cupboard, and it's really easy to just grab it or mix a drink and enjoy it, either on the weekends or the weekdays, because it's just there. Maybe you have a long day, you're like, I want to relax, I want a drink or two or maybe even 3. All of a sudden you get nice and tired, you feel good, you're watching a TV show, whatever it is, and you want another one, until you just pass out. So it's really easy to get into that habit, unfortunately. So that's why I really appreciate this challenge. Of course, you look at Dry January, Sober October. It's really cool to see people participating in things like that, because it's a great reminder, and it's a great way to use your willpower to make sure that it's always there under your control and it's not controlling you. So I'm very excited about this challenge. It's halfway in, and I'm looking forward to completing the rest of the couple weeks.
Excuse me, sister.
Bro, who are you?
I'm alcohol. Oh, God. How you doing?
Ethanol number 153.
Hey, that's me.
Oh, whoa, wait a second. She's carbs, she's first. She got the number 112.
Hey, I got the priority fast pass.
But that's not fair. I have like 800 calories debt to pay.
Well, that's on you, sister. I'll see you later.
Forget that guy. Hey, I know this great place called the Love Handle. I think we should go there. Let's do it. Yeah.
It is weekend number 3 for me. It's Sunday. I've survived for 3 weeks so far. And in week number 1, I talked a little bit about all my unnecessary calories. And for week number 3, I want to talk about another benefit I've experienced from abstaining from alcohol, and that is better sleep and feeling much more rested and recovered in the mornings. All throughout 2020, me and Brandon did live workout sessions on our Buff Dudes Workouts channel. A lot of you followed along. We're really happy. It was super motivating for us. And one thing that I struggled with is on Friday nights, I would have a few beers, maybe have a few snacks, and then very first thing Saturday morning, I had to be up, I had to be with it. And when you're teaching a live class, you gotta be in the moment because it can be a little stressful. And I noticed a little sluggishness the first couple weeks, the first couple months that I was doing it. But as soon as I began to abstain from alcohol on Friday night, Saturday morning, I was ready to go. I felt really rested. My muscles felt very refreshed as opposed to feeling very slow and sluggish. And I got a really good night's sleep because I get very affected when I drink alcohol. I'm usually waking up multiple times. It's also a diuretic, so I'm also taking a lot of trips to the bathroom. And I don't really experience that going into week 3. So no more 100 bathroom trips. I'm getting a great night's sleep and I'm feeling good to go Saturday morning, which has been a great thing. So this, I would have to say so far, is probably the thing that I enjoy most. I do miss the snacking a little bit in addition to the beers, but I love the feeling of feeling rested and recovered. So week number 3 is down. This has been a huge benefit so far, and I've only got 1 week left. Yeah.
Weekend number 4 is coming to a close and this challenge is almost over. And I have to be honest, this has been a little bit more difficult than I originally thought it would be. You know, looking at yourself as a casual drinker, you're thinking, it's easy to cut something out. But you know, when I go out to dinner with my girlfriend or maybe hang out with my family or friends and watching them consume alcohol, it's very easy to want to join in. I mean, it looks fun, it looks delicious. It's a mental game and you have to flex that willpower muscle and you have to remind yourself why you're doing it in the first place. For me, it's the physical and mental aspect of what it can do to you. Of course, the physical being how it makes you feel, how it impairs your performance, but also the amount of extra calories that you can be having when you drink alcohol. And not only through the alcohol itself, but also maybe some of the junk food you have after drinking alcohol. Now, I did a quick calculation of the amount of calories I might have been ingesting if I'd been drinking throughout the month. I would usually consume light beers, let's say 6 on Friday and Saturday, so 12 every weekend. 48 total, that's close to 5,000 extra calories through light beer alone over this month. But I'd usually have maybe a couple shots of whiskey too throughout the weekend, so 8 shots total throughout these 4 weeks. That'd be an extra close to 1,000 calories. So it's close to 6,000 extra calories that I'd be having in this month through alcohol, which really doesn't do a lot for your body. I mean, it's not like it's an energy source your body craves or needs to perform better. And then on top of the extra calories you have in the alcohol, let's say you have a bunch of junk food. Could be up to 8,000, 10,000 extra calories throughout the month, and that can be extremely detrimental to your physique, but also the mental health too, because you see your body not, becoming or doing what you want it to do, and you're not reaching your goals, and all of a sudden you just want to say, fuck it, I'm done. I can't achieve my goals, but really you don't realize how much you're setting yourself back by something as simple as alcohol consumption. And this isn't one thing to say that you can't have it, I think it's just moderation, and I feel this is a big reminder to me how important moderation is. So all in all, feeling pretty good, and it's been a hell of a challenge.
It's a little bit past week number 4. I've survived my no alcohol for 30 days challenge, and I have a few different thoughts Number one is I did start to drink some zero alcohol beer over the course of the 30 days because I really do just like the taste of beer, and I have to say I have tried some alcoholic beverages now that my 30 days are over, and something very strange happened that's never happened to me before is that I can actually taste the alcohol in the drinks. So that was a little weird, and to be honest, I didn't really like it. It just felt a little unnecessary. So that's something that I never even really thought about that I've experienced after having done this challenge. And although I've had a few drinks in the meantime, I really gotta say, even though I'm a moderate drinker, I might even reduce my alcohol a bit more because some of the benefits were absolutely amazing. My sleep, feeling very rested in the mornings, and of course, reducing my urge to snack. Those, I would say, were the three biggest benefits I've experienced. So I'll probably stay drinking socially. Sometimes it's nice, you're out with friends, you wanna have a drink, so you have one. But as far as feeling the urge to have a drink every single Friday and Saturday night as a reward, I think those days are probably gonna be a little bit less than they used to be because I really love getting up early Saturday morning, working out with you who do our live workouts alongside us, and that feels really great. So it's been a very interesting experience. I would recommend those of you who haven't done it, just give it a shot. It's just 30 days, you know? And I gotta say, 30 days is not gonna fix all your problems. I have to say once again, we're casual drinkers. We just did it for fitness purposes. Everyone has their own reasons, but like anything, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So don't expect to go dry for 30 days is gonna solve all your problems, but it is gonna give you a look into maybe what your life would be like if you abstain for an even longer period of time. So I enjoyed it a lot, and until next time, stay safe. Hope you enjoy this New Year's and stay buff.
So the 4 weeks are done and the challenge is over, and I'm really happy we did something like this because it allowed me to rediscover the benefits from going alcohol-free. I felt like my sleep was better, so I had more energy throughout the day, which in turn made my workouts a little bit better. My nutrition was all on point because I wasn't really having all those extra calories from the beer, the alcohol, and maybe the extra food I would have because of that. So something as simple as cutting alcohol out really reverberated through the rest of the week, and I really appreciate that and love that. So I would definitely recommend trying this challenge out for yourself if you haven't already, because I know for myself it made a huge difference, and I really appreciate doing this. I'll probably do this challenge again sometime in the near future. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. I know I did. Let us know if you want to see other challenges in the future, and as always, stay buff. Yeah.